Hi, and welcome to English Channel. Are you learning English? Great. Let's learn English with a very interesting story. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Let's get started.
In the year 1620, about 102 pilgrims left England on a ship called the Mayflower. They wanted to find religious freedom and a better life. Life in England was difficult for them. They could not practice their religion freely, and they hoped to live in a place where they could worship God in their own way. The journey across the Atlantic Ocean was long and dangerous. The pilgrims faced storms and strong winds. The ship was small and crowded. Many people felt seasick, and the journey was very tiring. After 66 days at sea, they finally reached the land that is now part of the United States. They called it the New World. However, life in the New World was not easy. The pilgrims arrived just before the cold winter. The weather was very harsh, and food was scarce. They did not have enough shelter, and many had to live in tents or small wooden houses. Many pilgrims became sick because of the cold and lack of food. During the first winter, nearly half of the pilgrims died. It was a very sad and difficult time. Despite all these challenges, the pilgrims did not give up. They worked together to build houses, plant crops, and hunt for food. They learned from the Native Americans how to grow corn, fish, and survive in the new land. Their courage, faith, and determination helped them survive and start a new life. This journey of the pilgrims shows how people can face great difficulties when they try to achieve freedom and a better life. Their story is remembered every year during Thanksgiving as a celebration of hope, courage, and gratitude. They did not know how to grow food in the new land or how to find enough to eat. Luckily, they met the Wampanoag people, the Native Americans who lived in the area. One man named Squanto became a very important friend to the pilgrims. Squanto knew how to grow corn, catch fish, and hunt animals. He taught the pilgrims many skills that they did not know. For example, he showed them how to plant corn using fish to make the soil richer. He also taught them how to catch eels from the rivers and find other food in the forests. The pilgrims and the Wampanoag people began to work together. They shared knowledge, food, and ideas. The pilgrims learned to survive in the cold winters and hot summers. They also learned to respect the land and the natural resources around them. In return, the pilgrims shared some of their own tools and knowledge with the Wampanoag people. Over time, the two groups built a strong friendship. The pilgrims were very grateful to the Wampanoag, especially Squanto, for helping them survive. The Wampanoag were also happy to have new neighbors who wanted to live peacefully. This cooperation between the pilgrims and the Native Americans is an important part of history. It shows how people from different cultures can help each other, learn from each other, and build trust and friendship. Their story reminds us of the value of teamwork, gratitude, and understanding. In the year 1621, after a very difficult first year in the New World, the pilgrims finally had a successful harvest. They grew enough food and were able to survive the harsh winter. To celebrate this success, they decided to hold a special feast. This event would later become known as the first Thanksgiving. The Pilgrims invited their friends, the Wampanoag people, to join the celebration. The Wampanoag had helped the Pilgrims survive, and this feast was also a way to show gratitude and friendship. The celebration lasted for 3 days. It was not just about food, but also about coming together as a community, sharing happiness, and giving thanks. The table was full of food from both the Pilgrims' harvest and the Wampanoag's contributions. They ate turkey, venison, deer meat, fish, corn, pumpkin, and berries. Although the meal was different from what we eat at Thanksgiving today, it was rich and special for the people at that time. Everyone enjoyed the food and celebrated the success of their hard work. During the feast, the Pilgrims gave thanks to God for their survival and the blessings of the harvest. They also expressed gratitude for the help and friendship of the Wampanoag people. The feast was a moment to appreciate life, nature, and the people around them. It was a time to learn from each other, share knowledge, and strengthen their bond as a community. The first Thanksgiving was more than just a meal. It was a symbol of hope, cooperation, and gratitude. It showed how people from different cultures could come together in peace and friendship. Today, Thanksgiving is celebrated every year as a time to remember these values. People gather with family and friends, enjoy a meal, and give thanks for their blessings. The story of the first Thanksgiving reminds us to be grateful, to help each other, and to celebrate life, no matter how difficult the journey may be. After the first Thanksgiving in 1621, the tradition slowly began to grow. At first, it was only celebrated by the Pilgrims in Plymouth, Massachusetts. But over time, the idea of giving thanks for a good harvest and the help of friends and family started to spread to other colonies. Each community began to celebrate in its own way, but the main spirit of Thanksgiving remained the same: gratitude, cooperation, and togetherness. In the early years, different colonies celebrated at different times of the year. Some held their Thanksgiving in the fall, after the harvest, while others celebrated in the winter or spring. The meals were also different depending on the region. Some communities had more fish and seafood, while others had deer, turkey, corn, and vegetables. Even though the food varied, everyone focused on giving thanks for the blessings in their lives and for the support of their neighbors. Over time, Thanksgiving became more than just a harvest celebration. It became a special occasion for families to come together. People traveled from far away to be with their loved ones, share a meal, and enjoy each other's company. Families would tell stories, sing songs, and remember the hardships and successes of the past year. As the tradition spread, it also became a way to teach values to younger generations. Parents and grandparents explained why the Pilgrims and Native Americans shared their first feast and how cooperation and gratitude helped them survive. Children learned that Thanksgiving was about more than just food. It was about being thankful, helping others, and celebrating life together. By the 19th century, Thanksgiving was celebrated in many parts of the United States. People from different cultures and backgrounds began to participate, adding new foods and customs. Despite the differences, the central message remained the same: appreciating what we have, helping one another, and enjoying the time spent with family and friends. In modern times, Thanksgiving is a national holiday in the United States. It is usually celebrated on the fourth Thursday of November. Families gather to share a meal that often includes turkey, stuffing, corn, pumpkin pie, and other traditional dishes. Many people also take part in parades, volunteer to help the less fortunate, or watch football games together. Even though the way we celebrate has changed over the years, the heart of Thanksgiving remains the same. It is a time to reflect on the good things in life, to show gratitude for our loved ones, and to strengthen the bonds of family and community. The story of Thanksgiving teaches us that sharing, helping, and giving thanks are values that can unite people across generations, regions, and cultures. It reminds us that even in difficult times, gratitude and cooperation can bring hope, happiness, and connection to our lives. For more than 2 centuries, Thanksgiving was celebrated by different communities and families across the United States, but there was no single national day for everyone. Each region had its own time and way of giving thanks. Some celebrated in the fall after the harvest, while others chose different dates. The meals and traditions varied depending on the local food and customs. Despite these differences, the spirit of Thanksgiving remained the same: gratitude, family, and togetherness. Everything changed in the year 1863, during a very difficult time in American history. The country was in the middle of the Civil War, a conflict between the northern and southern states. Families were divided. Many soldiers were fighting far from home, and the nation was struggling with sadness and uncertainty. People needed hope, unity, and a reason to come together. In this challenging time, President Abraham Lincoln made an important decision. He declared that Thanksgiving would be a national holiday, observed on the last Thursday of November each year. His goal was to give all Americans a special day to pause, reflect, and give thanks for their blessings, even in the middle of hardship. He hoped that this day would help bring the nation together, strengthen unity, and remind everyone of the importance of gratitude. Lincoln's announcement encouraged Americans to celebrate Thanksgiving with their families, neighbors, and communities. People were asked to think about what they were thankful for, to share meals, and to appreciate the people around them. Even those who had lost loved ones or faced difficult times were encouraged to focus on hope, friendship, and the small joys in life. The holiday became a way to heal and connect, not just a celebration of food. Over time, Thanksgiving grew in popularity and became a cherished tradition for people across the country. Families began to gather every year, often traveling long distances to be together. Communities organized parades, volunteer programs, and other events to help those in need. Thanksgiving became a day not only for family meals, but also for acts of kindness and sharing. Today, Thanksgiving is more than just a holiday. It is a symbol of gratitude, unity, and hope for the entire nation. People take the time to appreciate what they have, to be thankful for their families and friends, and to remember the history of the Pilgrims, Native Americans, and all those who contributed to building the country. The holiday also reminds us that even during difficult times, coming together and giving thanks can bring people closer and create a stronger, more caring society. The story of Thanksgiving becoming a national holiday shows the power of gratitude and community. From a small feast shared between Pilgrims and Native Americans to a national celebration, Thanksgiving has evolved into a day that unites people across generations, regions, and cultures. It reminds us that thankfulness, cooperation, and family are values that endure through time, inspiring hope and connection in every American home. A typical Thanksgiving celebration begins with a large meal. The table is often filled with roast turkey, corn, mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce, stuffing, pumpkin pie, and other favorite dishes. People enjoy eating together, sharing stories, and remembering the blessings in their lives. For many, Thanksgiving is a time to reflect on the past year, to give thanks for health, family, and friends, and to appreciate what they have. In addition to the meal, modern Thanksgiving includes many fun activities. Large cities often hold parades with colorful floats, music, and performances. The most famous is the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City, which is watched by millions of people on television and in person. Many families also enjoy watching American football games, which have become a tradition on Thanksgiving Day. These events bring communities together and create joyful memories. Thanksgiving is also a time for helping others. Many people volunteer at soup kitchens or food banks, providing meals for those in need. Some families invite friends or neighbors who do not have family nearby to join their celebration. Acts of kindness and generosity have become an important part of modern Thanksgiving, keeping the spirit of sharing alive, just as the Pilgrims and the Wampanoag shared their first feast many centuries ago. Even though the way we celebrate has changed with time, the core values of Thanksgiving remain the same. It is not just about the food, parades, or football games. It is about gratitude, family, friendship, and community. People are reminded to pause, reflect, and appreciate life's blessings. It is a day to show love and care, to strengthen relationships, and to make others feel included and appreciated. Modern technology has also changed how people celebrate Thanksgiving. Families who live far apart can now connect through video calls, share meals virtually, and feel close even when they are separated by distance. Social media allows people to share photos, messages, and expressions of gratitude, spreading the spirit of Thanksgiving even further. In schools, children often learn about the history of Thanksgiving and participate in activities that teach gratitude, cooperation, and understanding of different cultures. These lessons help keep the values of Thanksgiving alive for future generations, ensuring that the holiday continues to be meaningful. In the end, Thanksgiving in modern times is a blend of tradition and innovation, combining historical roots with contemporary practices. Families and communities come together to eat, celebrate, share, and give thanks. It is a reminder that no matter how much the world changes, the heart of Thanksgiving remains constant. Appreciation, love, friendship, family, and generosity. This holiday continues to inspire people to connect with one another, to be thankful, and to celebrate life together, keeping the spirit of the first Thanksgiving alive in every home.
Hey there! Just a second before you go. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like, write your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, and it really, really helps to create even better English videos for you. Your support means the world. Thank you.